Hi, I'm Chris.
Hey, and I'm Aaron.
And today we're going to be exploring Pecs, that is the Picture Exchange Communication System. Please refer to the one-page summary that is attached to this video, as it provides more information and links to references that you would like to explore, but also has a list of all the questions and answers that we will discuss in this video. Firstly, Aaron, I've heard Pecs coined a lot at university during various tutors and lectures. Can you explain to me what Pecs is?
Sure I can, mate. So basically, Pecs is a form of augmentative alternative communication, which is commonly known as AAC. It was developed in 1985, I believe, by Andrew S. Bondi and Laurie Frost. Now, Pecs is a form of functional communication, and what this is basically the learner will choose a desired photo or picture that contains an image of a motivator or a highly engaging item for them. They then grab that picture, they walk it to their communicative partner, they hand it over. Then that communicative partner, who may be someone like a teacher, will then honour that exchange immediately with the desired request from that student. So Chris, why should teachers consider using Pecs for students with severe disabilities?
The rationale and evidence for using Pecs for teachers is in the research.
Okay.
That is ABA, it's based on ABA, applied behaviour analysis,
Yep.
and Skinner's theory. That is Skinner looking at language and communication from a behavioural perspective.
Okay.
Pecs was originally designed for students with autism. However, there's been more recent research that supports the use of Pecs for students with other disabilities, such as cognitive disabilities and visual impairment.
Okay. Can you explain how this can be helpful for students?
Students with autism and other disabilities often do not use speech as their primary mode of communicating. Pecs gives students a visual mode to communicate and have their voice heard. Pecs is concerned with students' choice and preference and commenting, both spontaneously and in response to another person through exchanging pictures. These pictures aren't abstract, they're linked to each individual student, their high preference and low preference in terms of their various activities, toys, and objects. Assuming that I've decided to implement Pecs for an individual student, is there anything either teacher or the student for that matter need to do in order to prepare to use Pecs?
Yeah, there sure is, Chris. What you could do is first off start by finding something that the learner finds highly engaging or is a high motivator for that student. This could be anything from a variety of things such as food, maybe they really like Tim Tams, a toy, it could be like a yellow clock, or an activity, even something like listening to music. Now to narrow this down, you're actually going to need to observe the student over a period of time to confirm what this could be. Now each person is different, so you need to remember that what works for one student isn't going to work for the other student necessarily. So that's why you really need to narrow it down for each person. So next you would find an environment that the learner finds comfortable and least restrictive. Once you've found a high motivator for the learner, you can actually take a photo of that and turn it into a little card that can be used later in the learner's picture book. Having determined the high motivator and the least restrictive environment for that student, you can commence Pecs. Now there's 6 phases in Pecs in total. Chris, would you like to tell us about phase 1?
Of course. Phase 1 introduces a new way to communicate with people. In phase 1, 2 adults are involved, a communicator partner and a physical prompter. This could be like a teacher or a parent. Also present is the student, the highly preferred motivator, a picture of that motivator in the least restrictive environment.
Nice.
For example, the communicator partner begins interacting with the key motivator, and as the student reaches for the object, they are physically prompted by the physical prompter to pick up the picture of the corresponding object. Then reach for the open hand of the communicator partner and place the picture in their hand. When this happens, the communicator partner immediately exchanges the desired object and verbally labels the object, in this case music. This method is to be repeated by reducing physical prompting and avoiding verbal prompting. This phase can be fun and benefit students with disabilities, for it does not require students to be always sitting and maintaining eye contact.
In phase 2, The teacher or the communication partner is looking to increase the distance between themselves and the learner. As in phase 1, you're still only using a single picture at a time, but you're looking to generalize a new skill across a variety of different environments, people, and activities. By mixing it up, the learner begins to experience the immediacy of the reward for communication and learns that the same exchange system is effective across different people, places, and activities.
Phase 3 is about discrimination and choice, and it comes in 2 parts. The first part is there's 2 items in front of the student, a high preference item and a low preference item with their corresponding pictures, and the communicator partner interacts with the highly preferred item. The student then selects a picture and exchanges the photo for the item with the communicated partner. Whatever picture the student selects, the communicator partner must exchange the matching object, even though this item isn't high preference. This teaches the student natural consequences. Then the student may need physical and verbal prompting to select the correct picture next time. Allow opportunity for practice. The second part of phase 3 involves multiple high preference items with their corresponding pictures available in the student's picture book. This is to extend on student discrimination skills by comparing similar motivating items. When the student selects a picture to exchange, instead of giving it to the student, say, "You can take it," to check the match between picture and the object, and to avoid dependence on a particular communicative partner.
As the learner enters phase 4, they should be able to choose between 12 and 20 pictures on the Pecs board and be able to confidently discriminate amongst the pictures to find a desired item. In this phase, the learner is being taught how to create simple sentences, generally starting off using an "I want" picture starter, followed by a picture of the desired item. The learner would first place the "I want" card on the top of their Pecs board and then place the desired item next to it. Essentially, the student is learning the ability to request items or comment on things.
Phase 5. Responding to verbal cues. Phase 5 is about answering the verbal question, "What do you want?" The communicator partner asks the student while simultaneously pointing at the "What do you want" picture card. The student then completes the sentence strip from their picture book or visual board in the classroom and exchanges. It's an extension on sentence making from phase 4. Be patient and wait for a response. Teachers need to consider how many opportunities does a student have across various settings to respond using Pecs. Is the Pecs board set up in the classroom? Is it incorporated with the meaningful activities and lessons that happen in the classroom? This is all provided so that students can beat the verbal prompt and initiate requests on their own.
Phase 6 is built upon phase 4 and 5. The learner is now taught to comment in response to questions such as "What do you see?" "What do you hear?" and "What is it?" The learner also starts to make up sentences that start with "I see," "I hear," "I feel," and "it is a." Through phase 6, the student is learning how to label and name things. This is an important step in the development of communication skills and is often hard for children with autism. It's important to keep in mind that not everyone will be able to reach all 6 phases.
That doesn't mean you give up. As teachers, it can be frustrating when a student may not master a certain stage as quickly as you anticipate it.
Pecs is quite cost effective and simple to use. However, it can be quite limiting to the pictures that are available to that child.
Pecs is one form of an AAC. There may be other ones that are more suitable for your individual student, so continue to explore that and discern with your teacher discretion.
And on behalf of me and Chris, we'd just like to say thanks for tuning in.
See ya.
See ya.